Hi, this is Rudy Jones of PalmettoStateBaseball.com. Welcome to the South Carolina College Baseball Recap for Wednesday, April the 8th. By the way, 52 years ago today, Hank Aaron broke Babe Ruth's career home run record. I was sitting in an apartment in West Columbia when it happened. Just happened to notice a reminder today. Anyway, there were 4 games involving state schools played on Wednesday. Let's take a look at what happened. Up in Rock Hill, the Citadel scored 5 runs in the second inning to wipe out an early Winthrop lead and went on to beat the Eagles by a score of 10-8 at Founders Field. The Bulldogs evened their record at 16-16, and they're at 500 for the first time since they were 5-5. Christian Stratus was 2 for 3 with a double, a hit by pitch, sacrifice, and 3 RBI. He's got a 5-game hitting streak, and he's currently hitting 8 for 19 during that streak. Sam Dansky drove in 4 runs. He also homered, and Andrew Buffkin got the save with some scoreless relief. The Bulldogs, as mentioned, are 16-16. Winthrop fell to 22-11. Down at Riley Park, Ryan Piekutoski's 3-run homer in the 7th inning of Game 1 gave USC Sumter a walk-off 5-2 win over East Georgia to open a doubleheader, and the Fire Ants completed the sweep with a 5-1 win in Game 2. Piekutoski also singled, walked, stole 2 bases, and scored 2 runs in the nightcap, so he had a pretty good day. As you may recall, he was committed to South Carolina, but earlier this month he announced he had reopened his recruiting. The way he's hitting right now, I think there'll be some teams that'll be interested in him. In Game 2 for the Fire Ants, Ty Butler went 2 innings and struck out 2 batters. In the the Fire Ants are now 25-14. East Georgia fell to 16-24. Sumter, by the way, is coming off a weekend sweep by Gaston College, but they got it back up a 2-game winning streak today. And in the only other game played on Wednesday involving a state team, Georgia College scored 4 runs in the 9th inning to pull away and beat Southern Wesleyan 10-5 over at Dr. C. Keith Connor Field over in Central. The Bobcats are 15-21. Winthrop is 14-26. For the Warriors, Perry Dyer was 3 for 4 with a double, a walk, a stolen base, and he scored 3 runs. That's it for scores from involving state teams on Wednesday. How about the schedule for Thursday? There are 4 games, again, involving state team schedule. Florida National is at Morris at Riley Park for a doubleheader starting at noon. Those teams, by the way, are also going to be playing a doubleheader at noon on Friday. Also, Augusta is playing at USC Aiken at 6 o'clock in Aiken at Roberto C. Hernandez Stadium. They moved their series up from Friday, Sunday to Thursday, Saturday. Not sure if it's trying to avoid things for the Masters. There's something else going on. But anyway, they're playing Thursday night in Aiken. And in the final game on Thursday, South Carolina is at Missouri at 8 o'clock to open their SEC series. Gamecocks are in last place in the SEC with a 2-10 mark. Missouri is right ahead of them. If the Gamecocks sweep, they can move past them. Anything else, they'll stay in last place. But this is a game or a series the Gamecocks need to win if they want to make any kind of run at climbing in the SEC standings. Brandon Stone has been listed as the starting pitcher for the Gamecocks on Thursday. And after Tuesday night's loss to College of Charleston, Gamecocks interim coach Monty Lee said they weren't sure who was going to be the starting pitcher because they wanted to look at all the options and see what was going on, and the person they start in Game 1 would have an impact on who they start in Game 3. Well, with Stone starting, that would seem to indicate that either Alex Valentin or Josh Gunther might get the start on Saturday in Game 3, but there are other options they could go with also if the Gamecocks so fit. But anyway, that's completing the wrap-up of South Carolina College Baseball for Wednesday, April 9th, Wednesday, April 8th, and the schedule for Thursday, April the 9th. This is part of my coverage of college baseball in the state at PalmettoStateBaseball.com. You can get in-game updates on my X handle, which is Palmetto Base, and you can always contact me at Rudy Jones at PalmettoStateBaseball.com. If you're not familiar with the website, I suspect you are, though, if you're looking at this. Check it out, see if you got any friends you think might be interested in it, and invite them to check it out too. Again, thank you for taking time to watch this. This is Rudy Jones at PalmettoStateBaseball.com saying good night and Jesus loves you.